Now, I would like to give you an address by our chief guest, Ms. Margaret Kedisi, officiating ambassador of High Commission of Uganda. She has done her degrees from Uganda as well as from UK and has served as Foreign Service Officer in Africa Department. She has been the secretaries at Uganda High Commission, and at present she is the Minister Counselor or the officiating ambassador of Uganda High Commission. With a round of applause, may we please welcome our guest from Uganda.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for inviting me to this function. I'm so happy and I'm so committed to this event. That's why I was able to get up on a Saturday morning and come here. So thank you very much, and I'm enjoying myself being among educationists. Whenever I'm among people who do with education or schools, I get invigorated. Personally, I stopped studying long ago, so once I'm among you, I become less illiterate. The role of education cannot be overemphasized. The confidence that the parents and the whole population puts in educators is just enormous. Imagine being a parent and in the morning you send off your children of all kinds of age and you leave them in the care of someone and you go about your own business confidently. That is an enormous task, enormous amount of confidence. I don't know how much teachers should be paid. You should be the most highly paid people on the planet. Nowadays, in a world full of conflict, full of misunderstandings, full of all kinds of uncertainties, the world depends on you. What has happened to humankind? How come we find so many deranged people? What has happened? We normally focus on government, but who is government? Who teaches people in government? Who brings up people in government? So to me, the whole role of teachers and educationists needs to be looked at and appreciated, because eventually what comes up in society is a result of what we learn at home, but mainly in school. So for me, I congratulate you and I urge you on. We depend on you. The world depends on you. And don't give up. I know there's not enough appreciation of your role, but we still have to move on. Don't give up. Move on. We depend on you. The world depends on you. Security depends on you. Fairness depends on you. Lack of corruption in our societies depends on you. You know, being social beings. Nowadays, IT has taken over our lives. How do we teach society that we don't depend on IT? That when we sit around the table to eat, our phones should be somewhere off the table. That when we get visitors, we switch off the TV and we talk to them. That when we go to places of worship, our phones should be nowhere. Our watches should be nowhere. It's a place of worship. That when we meet a stranger, it does no harm. Just putting up a little smile, or even greeting them, asking them where they are from. If they are of a different color, asking them which part of India. I tell people I come from Kerala. They don't believe me, but because I think I look like them, I always say, I'm Indian from Kerala. Yeah, so once again, I'm so happy to be here with you, and I will not hesitate to join you at any other function. As you've heard, I'm from Uganda. Uganda is in eastern part of Africa. We do have quite a number of Indians in my country, mainly from Gujarat. We estimate to have about 20,000 Indians in my country. For us, that's a big number because our total population is less than 40 million. That's like a small town in India. But very nice being here with you. And I invite you to come and pay us a visit. Come to the embassy, we'll give you a visa, a tourist visa. You come and visit Uganda. I would be happy to have some collaboration with some of our schools, if it's possible to have such kind of engagement so that they can learn from you, and maybe you can also hear from the way we handle things back home. You can come also and invest in business or even in education in my country. And don't be scared of Africa. Having lived here in India, there are lots of similarities. The timekeeping is as bad. The bureaucracy is equally tedious. The promises. So don't fear to venture into our countries. Thank you very much for inviting me, and I wish you the best.
Thank you very much, ma'am. That was wonderful, and it's always great to hear good things about Indians from somebody from outside the country. That's great. Now, we have our very precious guests on stage, and then we wouldn't want to let it go waste. And of course, and now is the right time to inaugurate our higher education magazine, our higher education website. To tell you a little bit about the higher education that we are inaugurating today, Higher Education Plus, which is the name of our magazine, Higher Education Plus is an educational forum on print, web, app, disseminating useful information to the students for enabling them to take informed decision about the education and career path ahead. The forum will help and support learners from grade 9 and 10 till professionals who wish to upskill themselves for a better twist in their career tale. Faculties being the driving engine for the employable generations, constant focus will be on providing useful information and opportunities for faculties to connect with industry and take up better courses to teach in a more industry relevant manner. By empowering students and faculties, the aim of Higher Education Plus is to strengthen institutions and help higher institutional leaders undertake effective decision and initiatives based on cross-sectoral needs of the country. Course information, skill-based courses, professional courses, scholarships, internships, funding opportunities for incubatory startups, ideas for startups based on research, skill-based researches, new initiatives, institutional leaders and market leaders' opinions within India and abroad will be the center of discussion of this educational media, besides innumerable relevant campaigns and contests that Higher Education Plus will initiate. So now I would like to call upon stage our chief guest, Ms. Margaret Kedisi, to type on our laptop and inaugurate Higher Education Plus website. May I please call upon dais. Okay. Ma'am, please come here. Ma'am, I would request you to type highereducationplus.com on the web browser.
Higher Education
Plus. Yes. Yes, all one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. highereducationplus.com. Yes, plus. .com. Yes. Yeah, with a round of applause, please. Thank you so much. course, as you see, Higher Education Plus will cater to higher education, careers, industry academia connect, startups, scholarship, a faculty zone, and a leaders corner for all the needs of higher education. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for inaugurating our website. Now I would like to felicitate our guests, Ms. Nandita Abraham and Ms. Margaret Kedisi, here on stage. I would request Mr. Ashok Pandey to felicitate Ms. Margaret Kedisi, our chief guest, with a round of applause, please. With a shawl, of course. That is much required in the Delhi weather today, I think. Are you feeling cold? Thank you. Yes, that desk is doing very well. That table. A round of applause for our esteemed chief guest and a wonderful speaker.